Hello, everyone, and welcome to eLo American Government. I'm Mr. Nafke, and I will be your online instructor this summer. It's great to meet you. I'm sitting right now in my home office upstairs where I do a lot of my work. Behind me, you can see my bookshelf. I'm a big book collector. I love to collect books for my students from all the places I travel. So you'll find history books there. You'll find books from museums, from Europe, from the British Museum, the Louvre, the Kunsthistorische Museum in Vienna, Austria. That's German History Museum for you non-German speakers. All sorts of great stuff. You also can see back up there my football helmets. I played football for Hope College in Holland, Michigan. That's where I did my studying, where I got my teaching degree in history education and American government. I played offensive line there for 4 years. It was a blast. I also worked with Young Life while I was up there. It was a really fun part of my life, and I bleed orange and blue. I love Hope College. Students that go to Naperville North, where I teach, just know all about me because I just go crazy for Hope. Also over here, you can see a lot of my Hope College stuff. I got pictures of my championship teams, my college lit up on the wall. Just a lot of fun stuff. This area is kind of, again, where I do a lot of my work in my house, up in my home office. Over here, I actually have a TV on an arm. I kind of call it like my man loft, or at least that's what at least I can tell of tonight now until my wife starts to redecorate it. I've got autographed Bears jerseys, and this TV goes back and forth. So if I'm working or lounging on my futon, I can be able to watch the game or have a movie on or something along those lines. Anyway, speaking of my wife, if you may have seen the email from Mr. Pigman, I just got married. I mean, there's the proof right there, people. Yep, right there. My fiance and I are both Lord of the Rings fans, so my ring is a solid gold ring. And it says one ring inside of it, just like the Lord of the Rings, one ring to rule them all. My wife helped pick that out. So we were just married June 18th. Her name is Jamie. She is a third grade teacher here in Naperville District 203. We met through school. I know, really fun. We were at a tech conference. Oh, yeah. Yeah, tech conference is where we met, and we've been together for almost 2 years now. And like I said, we've been married about a week and a half from the time I made this video. Freaky! So that's, yeah, that's my exciting news. We just got back from our honeymoon. We were vacationing together at the island of Antigua. Said it wrong. Antigua. There we go. Antigua, where we spent a week on the beach. We did some excursions. We did some ATVing. We did some hiking and caving and snorkeling. And we also did a tour where we got to hold some stingrays, which, again, I will hook you up with some pictures later, but it was phenomenal. So a little bit more about me. So I'm actually from Naperville. I grew up in Naperville, went to Naperville Central, and after that, where I played football and played rugby. So I'm a townie. I've been around the Naperville area my whole life. And at Naperville North, that's where I teach. I teach a couple of courses. I teach freshman world history, mostly medieval, second half of the course. I teach American government. I teach a blended American government. I teach online American government. I teach regular American government. I just teach lots of American government. And I also can teach U.S. history from time to time. And I'm the econ teacher for our general econ course, which I teach as well. Let's see here, looking at my notes. I wrote myself notes just to remember everything I was going to say here. All right. I mentioned about being just married. That's good. All right. So let's talk about our course. By now you've done the eLo orientation, which is awesome, right? I'm glad that you've worked on that. So I can take this out because I think I'm shouting a little too much. By the way, in case you're wondering, I'm just using my iPhone cord that works really well with making videos and with hooking up for technology. So if you're doing anything, the iPhone cord, fabulous. All right, so things we need to know. First is you are taking an accelerated course. All right, what does that mean? Well, that means I take 17 weeks worth of material and go down to 3 weeks. All right, so you got to move it, right? We're moving pretty quick in this class. So don't be surprised if you do quite a lot of work in a short period of time. That's the nature of our course. All right. Again, you are doing 17 weeks in a 3-week period. All right. Other things. This is not a self-paced course. Again, this is not a self-paced course. What does that mean? That means that you have to keep up with us. It means there are deadlines and that you cannot work very far ahead and you can't fall behind. You kind of got to stay with the class. Reason being is we really believe in eLo that learning is a community. We're all together in this. Whether when you're online or in a classroom, you're all working toward the same goal, which is improving your overall knowledge. So that being said, we want you to stay together. So you cannot blaze through this course in the last day or the first week. It's just not going to happen. And you can't take the final early either. Even if you get done a couple days before everybody else, can't do it. If there's a problem, you let me know. But for the most part, the final exam cannot be taken early. Let's see. Some best advice to get you. I've been doing eLo since it first started. I'm kind of like one of the original dudes for online learning here in the greater Naperville, Aurora, Wheaton area. So I got some good tips for you. The number one problem students have that I've discovered is they do not set aside a specific time daily to do online work or multiple times a week. What does that mean? Well, that means that you should decide, look at your calendar or pull out your smartphone or however you young people these days are keeping track of stuff. All right. And you need to say, okay, when is a good time for me to do my online learning? Am I going to be like a Mr. Nafke? Mr. Nafke wakes up at like 5:36. I take my dog out. By the way, I have a dog. I'll tell you about him in a little bit. Then I usually work out and then I'm doing online work in the morning. So like if you notice on our homepage, it says my best time to contact me, where you're probably going to get a pretty quick answer, between 8 and 9:30 in the morning. Those are like my office hours, which means it's the easiest time for me to reach you to reach me and me to reach you if you'd like to make an appointment. Outside of those times, you can. I'm available at other times, but you need to contact me, right? But that's me saying that's my time when I'm going to be doing some work. So you need to find that too, before camp, after camp, all sorts of those things. Time management is one of the keys you need to do to have a successful time here in eLo. Some other things, right? Think ahead, right? If you know you're going to be like without the internet for a couple days, for example, like you're doing this awesome camping trip, you're not going to want to like bringing your laptop and like in the camp tent and you're like, sorry guys, I'm doing my homework. No, you want to go have fun. I get that too, but work ahead, right? You can't be like, oh, Mr. Nafke, I forgot to tell you I was going out of town for a month. And no, don't do that. Don't be that person. Okay. Look at your calendar, work ahead. If there's a problem coming up, contact me. That's my next thing. Contact me. If you don't get an assignment, let me know. If you're having trouble, let me know. You see, in a classroom, I can look out in the audience and I can see that look of on your face and I can go, you need me. Online, we don't got that. So you got to put your hand across to me and let me know that, hey, I need something. I need some help. And then I can jump in and like, what can I do? But until you do that, boy, it's a lot harder on my end. I'll be checking in periodically, but I don't have that mind reading skill. So check in, communicate, right? I will do my best to get back to you within 24 hours in the summer. The weekend, it may take me a little bit longer, but usually I'm pretty good. I have it on my phone, the Canvas, so I usually know pretty quickly if I need to get a hold of you, and I'll do my best to get back to you, depending on what life has got coming my way. Speaking of other things, deadlines, right? You generally have 3 to 6 days to do a module, right? Some of the shorter modules are 3 days, the longer ones are 6. What does that mean? Well, you can turn in the work early before that deadline. Fine, I encourage that. We've created a pacing guide for you that says, on this date, you should have this much done. On this date, be this far. That's to help you stay on the pace. You can go a little faster than that pace if you want, but after the deadline, which is the hard deadline for the module, everything in that module, again, is due the same day. If you turn things in late, that is 50% 50% penalty, all right? You got to turn in the work on time. You only have 2 days after that to get started as well. To turn in late work. Last but not least, hey, look at the videos at the start of the course and the readings. Don't skip them. They're all meant to be helpful, right? Use all of that. I think that's all for me. I'm happy to be your online teacher. This is Mr. Nofke signing out.